Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming back for our power word for round two. Um, we come on through the week, through the morning, so you have to catch us when we are live. And these are not scheduled lives, but they are lives when it's time to come on. And so I want to thank you again for being on Instagram, being on Facebook, being on Twitter, and as well as YouTube. I encourage you all to follow us. Follow us on Instagram if you're not following us there, or follow us on all the other social media sites so that you can stay updated on what's going on with Wise Girls California and Wise Girls New York. And we're so excited to be extending and launching in a new location. And we'll share that very, very soon. But I want to see how you are doing. In the comments, let me know what's your progress. How are you progressing? This month was all about progress, and we shared on last week, I believe, regarding what God was dealing with us concerning our progress and what we are to do and what we are to focus on and pay attention to, and not get distracted and not uh, get into things that are not profitable, that are, and don't get into things that are fruitless. And so we came from First Timothy 4:15. And please be, feel free to share. You can share this. You can tag some friends if you like, to be a part of this. I would suggest that you do that, so that you can encourage someone else to be a part of this, and just start to progress in God. Because God doesn't want you to be stagnant in Him. He doesn't want you to be lazy in Him. He doesn't want you just to be laid back. And so He understands, He knows that the enemy has some progress that he wants you to make. The enemy has some progress. The enemy don't mind you progressing, as long as you're not progressing in God. As long as you're not taking what you've learned and putting it to action. So First Timothy 4:15 says, give your complete attention. And again, this is Paul talking to young Timothy, and we are here on Wise Girls for the young ladies, young adults. 18 to 30 is our goal, but as I say all the time, you are as young as you feel, so there's no age limit. But our goal is that we are geared toward young adult women, so that we can empower them and train them to start reaching back to the younger ladies. All right, so he says to Timothy in First Timothy 4:15, give your complete attention to these matters. Throw yourself, this is the NLT version, throw yourself into your task so that everyone will see your progress. And those who are a little bit more astute, the King James Version is, he says to Timothy, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. So Paul here is telling young Timothy, because Timothy is separated from Paul. They're not together. So now Paul has to execute the things that his leader is asking him to do. And so, as a young person, yes, we must have somebody in our life, and not anybody. We got to have those that God has assigned through His Word to be our headship. And so, He's telling Timothy, after Timothy reports back to Paul the progress of what's going on, he tells Paul, this is what's going on here where I am with this church. This is the progress. And we shared about the progress report. And Paul understands what Timothy is telling him concerning the matters and the issues. These things we need to work on. We're making progress over here, but we're failing over there. Come on. We're doing well in this area, but we're doing bad in that area. We're doing good in all the fruits of the Spirit, except for self-control. Come on. We're loving, but sometimes they take our kindness, come on, the fruit of the Spirit, for weakness. And so I'm doing good in kindness, but I'm struggling, come on, in those other fruits of the Spirit. And so Timothy has to tell Paul what the progress is with the church. And so Paul reports back and tells him, this is how you make progress. He tells him, give yourself wholly to them. What is them? Them it are the words that Paul has given him to give himself to. So I'm going to give you some homework. The homework is go back and read 1 Timothy 4. Go all the way down to 4:15, and you're going to find out why Paul said what he said to him. Give yourself. Don't get into other stuff. Don't get into arguments. Don't get into debates with people about the word. Don't get into none of that. Get into the word that he's giving him, which will help him make progress, because now you're building your trust, not just with the elders, but you're building your trust with those that Paul is saying, I have assigned you to. So they need to know, Paul, you got this. They need to know you're not going to be timid. You're not going to be weak in certain areas, but be strong in one area. He's saying to Paul, he's saying to Timothy, I need you to be strong in all areas. So what I need you to do is I need you to make progress by throwing yourself, by giving yourself into the task, into your position. Put yourself into this thing so that you can be profiting, so that it can be profiting, not money, but profiting is to manifest. It's so that things can be made known. He's saying to Timothy, I need you to practice being godly. I need you to practice being godly. If you want to throw yourself into a task, if you want to throw yourself into a work, if you want to cultivate some things into your life, you got to throw yourself into training yourself, practicing being godly. And yes, some people are saying, oh, that's easy said and done. Well, I don't know if I could do that. Yes, you can do that. If you can practice being angry, if you can practice cussing folk out, if you can practice fighting people, if you can practice clapping back, if you can practice texting back, come on, if you can practice meeting somebody you shouldn't be meeting, then you can practice living godly. You can practice living holy. Come on, you can resist the devil and he will flee. Not you flee, not you run. He got to flee. Why? Because you have power. You're supposed to have power. He's the one that's supposed to be running. My atmosphere and what I'm around and where I am supposed to come subject to the Holy Ghost that's within me. So the enemy should not get you to run off, but the enemy should be the one running. Come on. Yes, that said there's persecution, and persecution means to cause to run off and to get you to run and get you to get out of your place, get you to get out of your position. And I know young Timothy is like, come on, Paul, I need you here with me. I can't do this by myself. I'm so used to you being by my side. I'm so used to you being with me. I need you here with me to execute these things, because they're not going to listen to me, but they'll listen to you, Paul. I need you, Paul, here with me. So Paul saying, no, this is what I need you to do so that you can progress. And so and I want to share this brief story regarding progress, which is to move forward, which is to advance, and then we're done for today. And the story is about the 10 virgins. There was 5 wise and there were 5 foolish. And so as I was pondering about this particular story, I started thinking about how they were all progressing. Come on, they were all moving forward to a goal. What was the goal? The goal was to get to the door, get to the place, get to the spot where they were going. And so all of them, whether they were foolish, whether they were wise, they were all going to where? The same place. They were all moving forward to the same place. And you'll find that in Mathew chapter 25. And so these are the bridesmaids. These are the 5 foolish and the 5 wise, and so they're both on both ends are making progress. We're going to the same place. We got the same goals. Come on, we're moving forward. We're serving the same God, but some of them are not wise, and some of them are wise, and some of them are foolish. And so, yes, they could be going the same place you're going. They could be going headed to the door, but something takes place where it shows the separation. So they have progress. We're moving the same. We're walking the same. We're going to the same place. We have the same thing in mind, but are you really making true progress? Because without preparation, you're not making true progress. You can move forward, you can advance, but without preparation, you're going to be stagnant. Without true preparation, you can't really progress. And so they were all progressing, but somebody wasn't preparing. Come on. Somebody didn't prepare for where they were going. And so when it was time to go, all the bridesmaids got up and they prepared their lamps. Come on. But let me tell you this, that the lamps need oil. And so, yes, they all had lamps. They all were going progressing. They were progressing. They prepared their lamps, but some of them did not have enough oil. Now, some of you probably would say, well, why didn't those wise girls share their oil? It's not their responsibility to get you to where you supposed to have already prepared yourself to be. And so they asked him, hey, can I get some of that oil? Yes, we prepared our lamps, but we didn't prepare our oil. It said, then the 5 foolish ones asked the others, please give us some of your oil because our lamps are going out. Okay, so we prepared our lamps. We done made progress. We done moved forward to where we trying to go, but we not ready. Come on. When you get there, are you ready? When you get to the top, are you truly ready? And so progress without preparation is going to be a disaster. So they said, give us some of your oil because our lamps are going out. And then it says, but the others replied, we don't have enough for all of us. Go to a shop and buy some for yourselves. But while they were going to buy oil, the bridegroom came. So wait a minute, I progressed with you. I moved forward with you. I brought lamps just like you brought lamps. We were progressing. We prepared our lamps, but some people didn't have enough oil. So you weren't fully, somebody say you got to be fully prepared. We can progress the same. We can have the same things, but when it's time to enter in, are you fully prepared? And so they said, but the others replied, we don't have enough for all of us. Go to a shop and buy some for yourselves. And some people probably would say, well, that's not nice. Why didn't they just share? Or why didn't they just hang out with them and stay there with them and wait till the door opens so they would not miss the door? But understand here, when you have your thing, when you got stuff that God gave you, you have to prepare for that. You have to work what you have been given, just like they have to work what they have been given. They all had lamps. They all progressed toward the door, but they were not prepared. So you can progress all you want to, but you have to be prepared. Yes, others can go the same route with you, but you have to be fully prepared. So while they were going to buy oil, the bridegroom came. Then those who were ready went in. Right there. Remember I said you got to not only progress, but you have to be fully prepared and you have to be ready. And then it says, then those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. And this is a clear case of missed opportunity. Because when the door is open, you have an opportunity. So while you're progressing, I don't want you to miss any opportunities because you're not ready. You got a business or you have an organization, for example, and you want to do great things, grand things, and then your county or your government has something that you can take advantage of and say, here's some funds for you to push your charity, and then you go look at how to get the money, and they're asking for specific things that they need, and then you go, that door is locked because I ain't ready. I don't have the things. I don't have the documentation. I don't have the certificate. I don't have the paperwork that I need to get in this door. And if you're not ready, you're not going to get in. So I want you to be encouraged today, and I want you to make sure that you are not only just making progress, advancement, but what did Paul say? He said, throw yourself into the task, which means to give yourself. Give yourself, not just saying, I'm just gonna throw myself in here and ain't nothing else I'm gonna do with my life. Right? He's basically saying propel. That's what that word means, to throw yourself. He's saying to project, to turn wholly. Fix your eyes on what I said. Don't fix your eyes on what's going on, Timothy. Fix your eyes on what I'm saying for you to do, so that people who are there with you can see your progress, and then they can say, all right, Timothy knows what he's doing. We can trust the fact, yes, Timothy is wise. Timothy knows how to work this thing. Timothy knows how to listen to those who know what to do. And because Timothy has access to Paul, everybody didn't have access to Paul. Timothy has access to Paul. And so he's giving him all the things. And that not only is he's not just following through like a robot, but Timothy is learning as he's listening. He's learning as he's acting on or putting things into what? Action. And so I encourage you this morning to start putting things into action. Don't just say I'm going to make progress. Don't just say I'm going to move forward. You have to start putting things into action. And that's it for today. God bless you. I pray that you all have been blessed by this brief word. I thank you for tuning in with us on Wise Girls. I want you to go to our website. It's scrolling across the screen. You can make your donation there. Your best donation, $25 or $50 donation or more toward our causes. You can go to our website, check us out, look us up, see what we're all about. You can join the Wise Girls crew. You can officially join by going to our website and selecting the joiners button and being a part of Wise Girls, Well-Informed Sisters Empowerment, where we encourage you by way of the word of God. All right. So I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. And remember that this month is the month of progress. All right. God bless you and have a good one.